Alright, well, after 3 years, I'm at it again. Here you can see my battery's fully charged, and that's all I'm getting out of it. You know, about 11 and a half volts, 11.4. But I'm pretty sure if I believe that's the reason. You know, the bike's not starting. You know, I'll do a quick rundown. About 6 years ago, I believe. You know, 5-6 years ago, I'd go out every once in a while. You know, start it up. You know, basically just let it idle. You know, for a little bit, keep it running. And I washed it one day. Came back out the next day. Went to start it again, and it turned over slow. I mean, but it started up. Let it run for a little while. You know, shut it off, put it away. Went back out about a week and a half, 2 weeks later to start it again, and it just clicked. That's all I was getting out of it. So I thought the battery was dead, so I replaced the battery. I bought this battery here 3 years ago when I started to mess around with it, trying to figure out what's wrong with it. And I bought this battery, and the same thing, click, click, click. You know, that's all it did. I never checked the voltage like I did just now, though, like how it's showing the voltage right now. I've never checked it. The whole time, you know, I'm messing around with it, changing the solenoid, the starter relay, everything. I even changed the button, you know, the starter button, and exact same thing, click, click, you know, changed the starter, changed the alternator. I had somebody tell me the alternator was probably locked up on it. You can see I have all the parts here. You know, that's the alternator. I don't know where my starter is. I know I have another starter in here for it. Oh, no, the starter's inside that white box right there. The tall white box. This alternator, relays and stuff like that are all down in there. You know, I changed all that stuff. And the exact same thing. Click, click, click. The battery's brand new. I mean, like I said, I bought it 3 years ago, but I'm pretty sure if, you know, the battery setting for 3 years, it's not going to go bad. You know, I kept it in the house, so it was always at room temperature, and every once in a while, you know, I'd cycle charge it. Well, not cycle charge it, but, you know, charge it up some to keep it up, keep the voltage up so it didn't go bad. And for some reason, you know, I came out and I finished changing the starter button and stuff in it, and same thing, you know, click, click. So I decided to put my volt tester on there, my multimeter, and that's where my voltage is at. You know, and everybody's telling me this has to be at least like a little bit. Like one guy said that his Sportster has to be about 12.2, in between 12.2 and like right around like 12 to 12.5 volts for it to start. And I'm gonna end up having to get a battery, because here, I'll turn it on. Alright, I mean, this is here, I'll just turn it on with the headlights on, and that's how, like, the voltage drops down quite a bit, you know. I mean, here, I'll turn it off now. I mean, it was up to 11.4 a minute ago. Like I said, this battery had a full charge on it. It charged it up to 13.5 volts. And here's what she does when I click her. It drops all the way down to 9. Now it'll drop down even more. See? This battery is not good, definitely. That's all it's doing is clicking. And I know for a fact the motor's good, because when it did this the first time, you know, we ended up moving about I'm gonna say a month and a half, 2 months later. And I came out, and it, you know, same thing, after trying to charge the old battery, just click, 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 just like it is right now. And it wouldn't do anything, so we ended up having to push start it. You know, we push started it, fired right up. you know, and that's exactly how it's been ever since then. So I'm praying to God that that's what's wrong with this, the battery, because man, I want to ride this thing so bad this summer. I'm going to put me a little hitch on the back of it, get me a little hitch and a little small tiny trailer, because I have some RC helicopter stuff I want to put in it to take to fun flies and stuff with me. I mean, this bike is honestly, it's absolutely mint. Other than the stupid crack in the mirror right here that my brother's friend did. He ended up hitting it with something when I had it in his garage. And you can see that's original miles on it. 2,391 miles. I mean, the bike is absolutely perfect. I mean, it's mint, like showroom condition, literally. And I'm gonna just mile it up this summer, change this stupid battery. I'm hoping that's what it is. I mean, if anyone's seen my other video, they know I've changed and done everything to this. There's no reason for it not to be starting. I mean, I could push start it. If I had a Kickstarter, I could Kickstarter, but I am not trying to kickstart a 1000cc Ironhead. Break my damn leg. But this is probably a boring video, ain't much, but just an update, I guess, from 3 years ago, showing the stupid battery voltage. And I'm sure that, I mean, you can see, I took my key out, but you've seen how far it dropped down to like 9 volts, and I believe it should not have dropped down that far. I'm a ASE auto tech, and I've been working on cars for years and years, so I'm unsure of on bikes. This is my first bike that I've actually worked on myself. I've worked on dirt bikes, you know, and quads for years. I used to ride them all the time too. But this is my first bike ever having to mess with that, so I'm not sure about how much voltage, you know, it actually needs to start. But like I said, that one guy on a Harley forum said it has to be right around 12.5 volts for it to start, and obviously, you know, that's not 12.5 volts. So we'll see what happens when I get a battery. But if someone can recommend me a good battery, I mean, I want a good battery. I want to spend like at least 100, maybe 150 for a good battery. I want to make damn sure that it's not a battery issue, you know, if it just clicks again. So that way I know the battery is fully charged. I'll have the dealer charge it, but if someone could tell me what battery to get for this, you know, I'd much appreciate it. Thanks.